For most of us these days, the hardest part of filling up is stomaching the price. But for the disabled, simply the act of filling up can be difficult, if not impossible. So they honk, flash their handicap signs, and wait, hoping someone will come and help. In a night-team investigation, we found nearly 90% of gas stations did not help.
Boy, I could have ran out of gas, couldn't I?
Some say being left disabled at the pump seems criminal.
Well, in fact, it is. According to the Americans with Disabilities Act, gas stations, quote, must provide refueling assistance upon the request of an individual with a disability. The law goes on to say the assistance can be obtained by honking.
There was a time
Well, I joined the Marine Corps in 1964.
when Duke Hendershot thought he would never need help. That all changed when he was sent to Vietnam.
I got blown about 40 feet and, landed on the back of my head. And of course, instinct, you try to get up and run. And that's when I realized there was something wrong.
Today, Hendershot prides himself on being independent. He gets around in a modified minivan, but when it comes to filling his van up with gas, he could use a little help. So we watched as Duke pulled up to a pump at this gas station in New Braunfels. He honked and waited. Honked again. Nothing. Duke then tried another station. We even went inside to make sure the clerks could hear the horn. We also made sure each gas station we tested had at least 2 clerks on duty. The law encourages but does not require gas stations to offer help if only 1 employee is on shift. Yet still, nothing.
As you see, nobody came out to help or even question or ask.
At this gas station, there were instructions.
To obtain refueling services, honk your car horn twice.
And so that's what he did.
Okay, that's twice.
It didn't help.
We followed their procedures. And I don't know how, if anybody was in that store, because they work right there, why they can't see this hanging from the window.
And it's not just Duke. We followed Jane Thompson around San Antonio as she tried to find someone who would help her fill up her car. At this gas station just off Interstate 10, she honked her horn 3 times, waited nearly 15 minutes. No one came to help. At a different station, she even waited until an employee came outside. He walked right by.
He's sitting there going, oh, someone's beeping, but he's not taking it to its natural conclusion. Why are they beeping? It's very disappointing.
We wanted to know why the clerks at the gas stations were not helping. Some clerks told us they couldn't hear.
He honked his horn. No one came out.
Didn't even hear it. Seriously.
Others told us they didn't know they needed help.
I heard the honking, but I didn't know he was disabled or anything.
Yet the most common reason we were told for not helping
Did you know it's the law to help them out?
was not knowing the law.
Honestly, no. I didn't know that.
Even at the station with the sign,
To obtain refueling services, honk your car horn twice.
one of the clerks was oblivious of the law.
He honked his horn just as the sign says so to get service and help, and no one ever came out.
What sign?
There's no malice in it. People are just not educated.
And that was never more evident than when Duke pulled up to this gas station in New Braunfels. After honking 3 times, a clerk came out.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes, I'm a double amputee, and I was wondering if it's possible if you could pump $20 worth of gas in for me.
Out of the 8 gas stations we tested, 4 in New Braunfels and 4 in San Antonio, Monica Raines was the only one to offer help. But even she didn't know it was the law.
No, I didn't. I did not know.
She did it simply out of courtesy.
All right, sir. It's all
Thank you.
done.
Appreciate
have
it.
a good
Yep,
day.
you too.
Duke and Jane both say they believe most of these gas stations would have offered help if they simply knew the law and their cry for help.
We contacted the corporate offices of every gas station chain we went to and told them what we witnessed. Shell told us they were, quote, disappointed to learn what happened. Valero told us their employees are trained to assist the disabled. And Chevron, like all the other gas stations, told us they will take the necessary steps to make sure this doesn't happen again. With the I-Team, Brian New, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.